Good Vibes Show fans? Welcome to the Season 12 recap special of the Good Vibes Show by me, Jay Haley, part of the Special Chronicles arc. Hope everyone's been staying positive and keeping moving with their lives and such. So, I know everyone who's had a chance to catch up on Season 10, which was all themed around stemming, but I hope all you folks have also caught up on Seasons 1 through 11 of the Good Vibes Show, as well as their recap specials, and my special, The Road to 2022 Special Olympics USA Games, which is talking about my experience going up to, training up to, and competing at the 2022 Special Olympics USA Games in Orlando, Florida. So, folks, this is the Season 12 recap session. So, everyone's going to ask why you chose stemming. I think that's going to be the biggest question for folks. And one, I do stemming myself, and obviously I'm doing it right now with my hand talking. It's one of the things. And I think a lot of people don't think about this. I think, honestly, I think we need to think about this a little bit more honest to ourselves. Is that stemming is a thing that we all have to appreciate and accept, I think. And I think some people just don't accept it at all. I think that's a major issue we're dealing with in society to a great degree, that no one actually takes the time to appreciate stemming and think about it. And I think that's the issue we're looking at right now, currently, like everywhere, that people don't appreciate people doing what they do with this thing. They think it's distraction, it's annoyance, and they have to be corrected. In my opinion, they don't need to be. I think it's a natural thing. Like, honestly, we deal with it all the time. I think everyone has a form of stemming they do. I think a lot of people don't realize they do it, and I think folks need to remember that this is a very thing that a subject that we should not force people to stop doing, stemming. Because one, if people stop self-regulating themselves, they will lose control. They may have emotional, up, emotional. I would say emotional breakdowns would be a good phrase here, but I think they may have emotional moments where they needed to control themselves and they're being told to, and they could go off the rails. I think that's an issue that we have to be conscious thinking about when we're dealing with stemming. I think for me, like, one of my best dones is just clicking a pen sometimes, but like I only don't do it rapidly. Like, one I love doing the most is foot tapping, along with a few other ones I do as well. I think some of my stemming is like could be seen as a little disruptive or anything, but to me, like, it's fun. Like, I think one form of stemming I do in my own office is I have a little soccer ball underneath my desk. I just roll it back and forth because it's a way to relax myself. But I also use believe it or not, a treadmill desk that we have in the office too, as a form of stemming. Though really I wouldn't classify it as stemming, but it's a way to sort of get a little exercise while trying to relax. I think a lot of people don't realize that it's a big thing we're dealing with when we're talking about this whole stemming issue. Is that it's not a problem. It's a good thing, and I think that's the issue what folks are looking at it as. And I think focusing fully on stemming for season 12 was worth it because it was meant for that. And I think it brought to life to a lot of people who don't realize that a lot of people do have forms of stemming as they have. Like, there's tons of forms of stemming out there. And I could easily do another season about it too. But I'm already chosen season 13's theme to be more about positivity, which you're going to sneak peek of its theme, but I'm not telling you the whole things about it. And technically, I'm getting a little inspiration from certain sources to come up with the theme for that. And I think people don't really appreciate that. I'm going to say this, like, the form of positivity from stemming is a big thing. I think we need to take things for granted, that sometimes we don't take it for granted. And I know folks really don't understand stemming itself. And like I said, when I explained for at episode 1 of season 12 though it is, and then going into the different ones that were out there, because obviously there could be hundreds of thousands of forms of stemmings there. I think folks don't take that opportunity to glance at it. I think that's one thing too. I think another form of stemming, I think this is actually kind of like, because I've been noticing it bricks and minifigures, because it's a little Lego brand Lego shop that's not Lego based, obviously not the Lego store itself, but it's a whole different thing in itself. Like, because I've been in one twice, and I am literally trying to figure out what to make the figures I have, and which actually that's kind of a form of stemming. Like, I have a vision in my head, and I'm stemming around to find the right pieces for it and everything. So it's like I kind of have those moments of stemming, ironically, at any given time, even with objects in my hand. Like, even if it's like Legos things, I think folks really do take us for granted who STEM. I think most people who are on the autism spectrum do quite a bit of any form of STEMing. And I think looking at it now more often, I think we have been taken for granted for it, and I think it's a matter that we cannot. It's not a matter we should not ignore. We should embrace it because embracing a difference of somebody allows you to actually be more open minded to understand how that person does things. And I think that's something we have to keep in mind, that we have to be open minded and embrace and be kind to all forms of ways of self emotional regulation and stemming. And like there's ways that we have to keep ourselves going, and especially during a very challenging time right now where I live in the United States. Because for those viewers out here not already aware what's happened, it's like yeah, there's always you need to have that self emotional regulation because you can never know when something could go totally get upended, and you need to have that moment of self regulation to realize that and keep positive. I think that's an interesting folks to talk to me because I think in my forms of emotional regulation with all my stemming, I've been keeping positive and all this stuff. But at the same time, like I know, like yeah, things or some things will can't happen because of certain things are in place, but we don't know how long those will stand. I think I'm just like, hey, I'm just staying positive, being optimistic, and I'm trying to be very thoughtful in what I'm trying to do when I'm mostly regulated with my stemming and talking to people. I think a lot of people just don't take that opportunity to realize that, hey, stemming is a good form of emotional regulation, and we just need to embrace it, folks. And I know a lot of people are like, no, say yes, you're a broken record talking about it. It's like yes, but sometimes we have to be a broken record to talk about how to make things positive and keep things going because we need to embrace such matters of being a great person to understand that embracing differences make things better, not challenging, better. And folks, we need to remember that one, we can be better ourselves by embracing differences and being kind to others and encouraging others and supporting others, not the opposite of others, because we need to be supportive of each other. We need to be optimistic for each other. We need to be positive to each other. We need to be strong together as people. So let's wrap up this great season 12 recap with our sponsor from our great sponsor, the Special Chronicles Network. The Give Back Show is proud to be featured on the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to also subscribe to the newsletter and find the podcast phrase for this podcast, The Give Back Show by me, Jerry Hoy. If you love the Give Back Show, then you love the other podcasts on the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to subscribe to our podcast, newsletter, and to follow us on social media. And to support the podcast on Special Chronicles so we continue our mission of giving respect and advice to people with special talents and abilities. Visit specialchronicles.com/give to make a gift today. So, folks, I just remember that the Give Vibes Show is always on Instagram at Give Vibes by JH, and on Facebook, facebook.com/give Vibes by JH. It's also how you look it up on YouTube. Remember to also follow the Good Vibe Show by me, Jerry Hilly, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. And if you want to support the show and give me updated equipment, that's your choice. You can look up Holy JM Designs, which is my bread bowl. There are a few Good Vibe Show designs there. I'm working on possibly doing a few newer designs. Right now, I'm over 100 designs on it. I'm like, I do on various forms of medium. I think people appreciate it. I just want to thank you folks for tuning in for this. As noted earlier, season 13 is going to be themed around positivity, and I'm hoping to drop that in the spring, folks, because I think we need a ton of positivity right now, and we all need to appreciate each other more. So, until season 13, everyone, peace out. Boop, blah, blah. Have a great time, folks. Hope you enjoy your week. Stay positive, my friends, and I'll see you next time, folks. Bye, everyone.